Hey everyone, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Drummers YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about how you can land the perfect project for you and choose the right clients to work with. The main overall aim of this video is to help you pick and choose the right people to work with, so therefore you waste less time working with the wrong kinds of people and earn more working with the right kinds of people. I will get into how you actually end up earning more by working with the right kinds of people a bit further into this video. But before we go any further, can I politely ask you to just hit the subscribe button below this video so you can keep up to date with all our new videos and our latest educational content. So I just want to tell you the importance of choosing the right kind of projects and not just accepting anything that comes your way. If you do choose any kind of project and you choose the wrong kind of project, then these are few of the things that could happen. First of all, you could find yourself very much out of your comfort zone working on something that you either have little or no experience with. Ultimately, this will mean that you cannot provide as good a service on this project as you could have done if you worked with something that you're more experienced with. You don't just have to pick the wrong kind of project though, you could also pick the wrong kind of client to work with, and this would be a nightmare client that often wants to pay less for what you provide and usually asks more for that as well. So if you choose a project that you're not quite comfortable with, or you choose to work with a potential nightmare client, or both of these combined, well, this could lead to headaches, it could lead to bad reviews and refunds, and ultimately that means you're going to be working more for less money. Putting all that to one side, there are a lot of good benefits that are usually the polar opposite to that list that comes with choosing the right kinds of projects and clients to work with. So if you pick the right kind of project to work with, you'll be working on something that's very easy to you or feels very easy to you, and something that you have quite a lot of experience with. You will know this because when you're working on this project and you're delivering the project, you will be confident that when you hand it back, you'll be giving the best possible service back, the best possible end result back to that client, and you'll know in your head that you cannot provide anything better than what you've sent back. Ideally, we'd all like to always pick amazing clients to work with, but that's not always the case. However, if you do pick great clients to work with, then you'll usually find that these will be willing to pay more or pay your rates at the very least, and they will also usually ask for less from you. If you offer cheap prices, then you're going to attract cheap customers that don't want to pay a lot and also want the most from you. Whereas if you promote yourself and your services as premium and you charge a little bit extra, then you'll usually attract premium customers that are willing to pay that bit extra and are usually a lot less hard to deal with. So picking either or a combination of both a happy client and a project well suited to what you deliver, then that's going to lead you to good reviews, to getting paid more, and to usually working a lot less because you're not having to keep going over things that a nightmare client will keep asking for. Ultimately, this means that you'll be working less and earning more, and this is why choosing the right client and the right project is so important. Now that we've gone over choosing the right and the wrong kinds of project, I now just want to go into a few to-dos and not to-dos when it comes to finding and accepting new projects. So to start off with the to-dos, I'd firstly say it's really important to stay within your niche and within what you're really good at doing. When it comes to interacting with people before a project, then make sure you take note of how polite or impolite that person is. That could mean a lot when it comes to going further on in the project with them. If that person has a very clear idea in their head of what they want from the project, and they're very clear and direct, and they say, I want this, I want the drums to be like this, and then I want it like this, then that is a very good sign that that project's going to be easy to deal with because that person knows what they want. If they know what they want and they communicate that well to you, then that makes your job a lot easier. Also, if you send over a quote to that person and no questions are asked and they don't batter an eyelid at the cost of the project, then that is usually a very good sign as well, because they're willing to pay your prices and they know that they're going to get a good service because they trust you. All these signs before a project are good green flags that you're accepting the right kind of project. Moving on to the not to do's now, I'd first say don't be tempted to deviate outside of your niche or what you can do too much. To start with, maybe you don't have a lot of experience and you want to dabble in a few different genres and a few different services and find your own niche by testing the waters. That's absolutely fine, but once you get to the point where you're well renowned at what you do, try not deviate outside of what you do too much, because then you're going to face some of the problems that I mentioned earlier in this video. When it comes to picking and choosing the right kinds of clients, it's important not to pick clients that and ah when you're asking them what they want from a potential project. If they don't know what they want, then there's no way on earth that you know what they want. If you send over a quote to these clients and they're and ahhing about the price as well, and they're trying to knock you down or ask for discount, then this could be a huge red flag. This kind of person obviously does not see your worth because they're not willing to pay your rates, and the project will most likely turn sour in the future, and you do not want that. The last not to do on my list is to not be desperate when it comes to trying to land a project. When you come across as desperate, you attract people that are also desperate, who are scraping the bottom of the barrel for the lowest prices, and that is going to cause you a whole lot of problems when it comes to working with that kind of person in the future. So that just about wraps everything up for today, but before I go, I just want to tell you about our client boosting workshop. If you want to go a step further than what this video goes into, then click the link in the description to go to part 1 of our client boosting workshop, which will teach you how to double your session drumming clientele in the next 12 months. The reason why this is relevant to this video is it teaches you where you can find potential clients to record for as a session drummer. So if you watch that video, that will teach you where you can find the clients, and if you take into account what you've learned in this video, make sure that you pick the right kinds of clients to approach and to accept projects for in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.